Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif speaking at a news conference in June. He stepped down on Friday after being ordered out by the country's Supreme Court over corruption charges related to the Panama Papers. BK Bangish, Associated Press. Pakistan's latest ouster of an elected leader looks, at least on the surface, refreshingly democratic. Nawaz Sharif, the Prime Minister, was ordered out by the Supreme Court rather than the military, which had cut short his 2 previous terms. He was removed over corruption charges that are backed up by substantial evidence. Accountability and checks and balances seem to carry the day, but where some see democracy's triumph, others see its corruption into just another tool for the powerful to subvert public will and the rule of law. The court avoided other officials implicated in the scandal, deepening suspicion that its singling out of Mr. Sharif was opportunistic. The vastly powerful military, whether by luck or design, once again stood to benefit as its rival lost power. Normally, timid watchdogs acted under enormous pressure from Mr. Sharif's rivals. The episode is a lesson in how countries like Pakistan, with weak elected institutions and histories of repeated backsliding and breaks in civilian control, can get stuck in a gray zone between dictatorship and democracy. In such a system, even steps like Mr. Sharif's removal, which nominally reinforce accountability and the rule of law, can deepen decidedly undemocratic norms. Though justice prevailed, so did perceptions that it is applied selectively. Though corruption was punished, so was, in the eyes of many of Mr. Sharif's supporters, defiance of the military. The country has shown it can lawfully remove a prime minister, but it has also shown that voters, who have been allowed to decide only one peaceful transfer of power, still have their leaders selected for them. They are spectators foremost, and participants only occasionally, in their country's democracy. Accountability as a tool. Many Pakistanis quickly noticed something that suggested Mr. Sharif's removal might perpetuate, rather than end, the undemocratic norms that have plagued Pakistan for decades. The Supreme Court has pursued Mr. Sharif but sidestepped many of the other politicians and officials implicated in the Panama Papers leak that set off the investigation, leading to accusations that it was pursuing selective justice. Moral of the story: when with the establishment, you will not be touched. Asma Jahangir, a prominent human rights lawyer, wrote on Twitter, adding, "But if you disagree, your grandmom will also be investigated." This common perception, that politicians serve their own interests and that accountability is deployed according to the whims of the elite, matters. Those expectations help entrench such behavior as a norm, making it more likely to recur. This problem extends beyond Mr. Sharif. Tax evasion rates in Pakistan are notoriously high, particularly among the wealthy. Transparency International, a corruption watchdog, ranked the country 113.